about that. I'm limited to 10-minute recordings with the program I'm using. So you'll change it to abstract, and notice, oh, it disappeared. That's because it's a color set to white. So your template, again, will have different things. You know, you might see, there might be some errors, you might be lining this up. I just use a color dropper to change the color there. And then if you're like looking at this and wondering, because you thought that maybe this, you see I'm not able to select that. Gotta click around a bit. Oh. And you remember what I was saying, it can be difficult to select things. Okay, another, yeah, they were actually grouped. I'll tell you not to worry about that function for now. If you've come across in other programs, then you can always Google it. So don't worry, you know, about changing things like the color, but that's up here, right? So there are lots of functions. Most important ones will be for you to get the text in there. So you go back to your Word document here, go through. Okay, here's the introduction. Looks like this article doesn't have an abstract, which is a little bit weird for this section. But if you have any questions, just email me. But let's say that abstract happens to be right. What I would do is I want to get all of this article text. I see my screen's getting a bit messy, so you know I'm just gonna mess up. Select all this article text. Results. Okay, so this this particular article has tables, and so what you're going to do with tables is you're going to wait for a specific set of instructions on us on how to do them. The only sections that we usually have tables is academics. So for argument's sake, let's just say that this is some of the body text. I want to get the basic functions out there for you guys. Yeah, this is part of the reason we need your help too, because each article is a little bit different, and you know, we need your, just like the rest of medicine, we need you for your brains. So I'm going to press Control-All to select everything. I'm going to delete it. It's filler text, you know, and then I'm just going to go and paste. And see, okay, yeah, so good. Introduction, yeah, but introduction isn't going to go up there. Introduction is going to go up here. So when I get to the different sections, I'm going to make a little box. I'm going to make sure it is spaced properly. You know, there you go. It gives you an idea. Okay, so I'm about 2p over. Now drag it down, line it up. Okay, good. And one of the big things we need you to do with the article, with the body of the article text, is go through and change these into superscripts, right? So we want it to look nice. This is our final published version. We're going from what the author has given us, right? And we're going to go through and we're going to change all these little reference things to superscripts. So how do I do that? I went up here, I clicked on this T with this text with the little superscript symbol next to it, and there I put in the right number, and I go through the whole article and I do that. Okay, and so what I've noticed is, oh, I'm at the end here, and I've got a little red box that tells me I'm missing too much text. Sorry that I don't have enough space for the text. So what I've done is I just deleted the text from over here, and if I click here and I see the text pops up here, and then it turns into a little link symbol. Sorry, I'm pointing at the screen and you guys can't see that. Anyways, then I'm going to delete that subheading because I don't need it. InDesign is smart, so it knows I want to line this up here, so it actually just does it, which is really nice. Oh, and notice I've got results starting here. So this is actually going to have to be a new section, right? So I'm going to draw a text box. I'm going to put the word results in it. I'm going to change its paragraph style up here to subheading. Looks like it worked. I think it worked. Oh, you know what? We're doing our you know, this funky thing looks a little bit new agey, and we're gonna do everything in not in caps. That doesn't look right, does it? Doesn't quite look like subheading. There we go. That looks like the right size. And we'll need you guys to make some design decisions because you're doing sections. You know, the most important thing is that it's consistent across the section. And so yeah, now you can continue the rest of the article. When you come to the end, you'll do what I just did there. Except that you'll then do it for the references. And you'll do it the same way, right, by copying and pasting the references from the PDF, from the Word file, and then you change this up here to reference text. And this just makes things, it automatically numbers it, does your little indents, does everything you need it to do. Okay, so you might have noticed I actually forgot one thing. I forgot to change the paragraph styles on the rest of the article. So I'm going to change it to, whoa, that does not look right, that's article title. I'm going to change it to body 2. So that's what most of it is. Body 2, just nice indented paragraphs with the right size. This first paragraph though, we like to do a drop cap, it's called. But again, we just made it simple. You just select it, you make it body 1, and I've labeled it first paragraph, and now it does a little drop cap for you. When you come to a new section, I don't believe we are doing that. You'll notice here that this isn't quite right now. This is because the text is actually flowing. I'm going to remove that. See, so what I did there is I just said, you know what? Before I told you to go over here, double clicked on that and said go over here. But then I changed my mind, so I said no, stay where you are. Right? So there's little controls like that that are extremely useful because that's how you have to get the text into the columns, and that's a lot of what we need you guys to do. To get that text in the columns, get everything spaced properly, you know, ask yourself, okay, oops, did something I shouldn't have, Control Z to undo, and now, okay, I see where it needs to go to, so I'm going to select everything beyond here. I'm going to make the box bigger to select all that text. This is a new section. Not every section will have this. Okay, yeah, so that's the end of that section within this article. Some articles will have sections, a lot of them will not. But the same holds true for when you're doing, if you're coming up to the references, right? And then you'd start the references here, size this down. If you want to be lazy, Control C to copy this box, Control V to copy it, to paste it somewhere else. Now you know it's the right width. You don't have to mess around. Right? And boom, there you go. And you can continue on. You can, when you come to pull quotes, you can, if you feel inclined, actually, we'd like you to forget about pull quotes for now. If you see this text there, what I want you to do is actually just delete it. And then, okay, so let's say you've got, I'm just adding some filler text. And, oh, you see it didn't continue on here, so I actually want it to go in here. And I'm going to select all this, Control A to select all the text in here. Let's say this is references, so reference text as numbers. And you see that it ends here. And what's happened now is you've got this extra space. What do you do with it? You leave it. You go to a new page to put in your next article in the section if you have one. Most of the sections only have 1 or 2. You do that by going to the pages here, and you go duplicate spread. In mine, because it's really long, it comes in at the bottom. For you, it will come in right after. Your sections will be divvied up. So when it does this, it duplicates whatever you just did. So you can do it after you input one article, or you can take the template and duplicate it 3 times so that you have enough. So then you take the next article in your section, right? You know, copy the title in, copy the proper author correspondence information. Don't worry about these page numbers here for citation info. That will change at the end, so we'll do that. Make sure you get the affiliations right. And yeah, if you have questions along the way, we're always available by email, and we'll be doing our actual layout editing party for those who can make it, want to be there.